Alright, so in this video I'll show you how you could make a tool. The provision is there inside the Linux kernel tools directory, but you have to build the tool by yourself by simply running make. Okay, so the kernel developers provided you the stuff which is required to build that particular tool to look after the memory slab info. Okay, we already have a pre-built binary with the kernel, which is let me show you. If I write let me search slaptop. If I write user bin slaptop, so you'll see this information in front of you. It's a top with the memory information. This binary comes along with the utility, so you don't have to make it. Okay, so this is a fantastic tool. I have mentioned and made a video about many other tops, IO top, slab top, and many other tops. There is a video in my channel, you can go back and have a look. So I'm talking about in this video, there is a tool called slabinfo. To build that tool, as I mentioned, the kernel developers has already provided you the stuff, just you have to run make on it. That's it. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to the Linux next repository, then tools directory, then folder underneath that. If I go there and if I see there is a C file called slabinfo.c. Okay, so all you have to do, just make. Okay, so you make it and you produce a slabinfo binary, what you can see right now. If you do slabinfo, it will show you like this. Okay, so it will provide you all the information related to memory slabs, and you can clearly see the heading, name, object. You can read it out, right? So you have to have fair understanding how the memory is panned out. It is difficult. It is still some sort of obscure due to my lack of understanding, but I can little bit figure it out what is actually spitting out and in respect to what. That's what you need to do. This tool will assist you to gain that information. Okay, so this is if you build that way, like what you are seeing in the terminal right on top, I just ran make on a specific directory in a tools directory, and this binary has been created, slabinfo. Okay, if you run it, you'll get the listing on the bottom of the screen. So, and there is also a shell file which will plot your stuff, provided if you have GNU dot installed via grubviz. Grubviz is a package which is containing a binary called dot, okay, which will help you to plot a particular section of it. So this way you can make a tool which will help you to see the kernel memory utilization in a better way. Okay, so for your information, I'm just there is a shell script. You see, if you see my cursor is hovering, you just put a while loop on the command prompt while calling with the X parameter of slabinfo, what is we just built, okay, and then pipe, then redirect that stuff into a file called stat with an interval of 1 second, okay. So once it is done, once you cancelled out and the record gets pumped into that stats file, I'm literally taking the example from that particular file, so it will be easier for you. Then you can go and you see my cursor is hovering on a particular command. You need to call up this particular script with -t, and then the file you have put it your information, and it will show you a plot of that particular memory chunks, which is what I'm not going to do. I'm leaving it for you to experiment, but I showed you how you could easily create the, let me go up so you can see how you can easily create this particular tool called slabinfo inside that directory and use it, okay. So if you want to know more about it, so let me go out of this clutter. Okay, so this is the thing, kernel slab allocator statistics, which basically querying the prog slabinfo, and you see the pattern in that particular file, which is basically pulling out, this binary is pulling out the information from that file. It also says statistics tunable and slab data, and this man page is not too long, so it should not take too much time to read it out. I'm not going to read it out for you. You need to do it, and it's very easy, and it's been there for ages from 2.2 kernels, and it mentions laptop too. These are the very correlated tool you might be using, okay. So those who are curious about memory in Linux kernel, they could use this kind of tool to get a better understanding how things panned out inside the kernel, okay. So I thought it might pique an interest of people who are curious enough. So at first you might not understand what is going. You have to have little bit of understanding about how the memory is panned out. I personally don't have a great idea, but I can little bit somehow manage to understand what is what, little bit, and still missing out. But those of you who already have a background on it, it might be a great aid to take some decision, which might help you to tune or do something better improvement to the memory utilization of Linux kernel. I hope it will be useful for some people. Thanks for watching.